The Four Magazine, Detroit, baby, we out here. You see what's going on, we activated, we ain't playing no games.
All right, let's get to it, man. Welcome to another episode of Interviews with the Foreign Magazine, where we go beyond the veil into the thoughts, ideas, and perspectives of each guest that we sit down with. And today, we got a special guest. You may know her as one half of one of the dopest podcasts in the city, Two Sides to a Story, or you may know her or see her hosting some of the hardest parties and events in the city. We got Bonnie ENT in the building. What's going on, sis?
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
That's good.
I'm happy to be here.
That's good. That's
I
good.
appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah, 100%. Likewise, like we were saying before, we got the interview going. You don't really do a lot of interviews, so it's definitely an honor and definitely a privilege. You feel me, to have you on the platform. You could be anywhere, but you pulled up on us today, so definitely appreciate it for sure.
Period.
One thing that I've been noticing, we're gonna start with the recents. You've been in that gym. It looked like you've been locked in. I don't know what mission you on or, like where your focus is, but you really been locked in, really been in the gym, focusing on your health and all of that. Like, what's been the recent motivation for why you moving the way you moving now?
So the gym, I've been doing it for a couple of years, but health is like number one, first of all, just to be honest. I had a couple of problems, like a couple of health issues where it was like, you need to stay in the gym and work out. So on top of me liking the way that it make my body feel too, like you just feel your day go better when you get up early in the morning, go to the gym. Even if you take a nap again, when you get up, you just feel better. Like, so I like when I don't go to the gym, I notice it like, okay, I'm lagging or I'm being lazy. Like it just helped me. So.
And it's hard to build that kind of discipline too. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like going to the gym is something that you have to want to do.
You do.
You know what I mean? And then to fall in love with the process of it, it just like, how does that translate to other spaces in your life with having discipline with the gym and then being able to, transfer that to other aspects?
Right. So being able to get up and do that, it just, so my head already be like, my headspace being like, okay, you got to get up and you got to go to the gym. So after I do that, it really kind of just made me want to keep going. Like, all right, now you might as well knock off 2 other things that you were supposed to do this week. So it just keep me going. And whenever, like I said, when I don't, it's like I lay in the bed for hours, don't do what I'm supposed to do. And I noticed that when I go to the gym, I just keep going. It just made me want to keep going with my day and knocking out stuff that I'm supposed to knock down.
Yeah.
And when I don't go, it'd be like, damn, I was supposed to do this, I was supposed to do that. And like I said, I feel it in my body. Like,
For sure.
well, I'm so tired, or I don't know. I just feel better. That's why I tell people all the time, like, and then it ain't gonna do nothing but help you. You know what I'm saying? It ain't hurt you in no kind of way. So.
Do you be off into, so like with the gym, do you be off into like special kind of eating, like special diets, or you ain't at that part yet? That's still
I'm not gonna lie.
we working on.
I'm not gonna lie. I do not eat whatever I want to eat. And that's another reason why I work out too, because I know I eat crazy.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, you got to go to the gym because you just eat anything. Like, you eat whatever you want to eat.
What's your favorite food?
I love pastas. Like, I love like a Alfredo, lasagna, spaghetti. I love pasta.
Yeah. So also, of course, I've been watching you for a minute and paying attention to just how you move and how you work and the things that you do. But I also been noticing like you've been like really off into like your fashion bag recently, like a lot more. I mean, you always took pictures, but it's a lot more
content.
Yeah. Like, what made you do that?
So that's really like out of all the stuff that I be doing, like the whole fashion styling, like that's something that I'm real passionate about. And I'm starting to notice like with all of the stuff that I do, when I'm doing that, that's what I like doing. Like, I'll be happy about it. I'd be like excited. Like, if I got a photo shoot Friday for some inventory that I got, I'd be like, well, I can't wait till Friday. Like, I'd be real happy about it and excited about it. So I'm like, why don't I try to turn that up and do something different with it? Like, and I've noticed that when I do the videos, when I do more pictures, or when I try to switch it up, that's when I get like the most feedback. That's when my online boutique, the website, go crazy. Like, so I'm just like, let me just keep doing this and keep trying to do it better.
For sure. Well, let's go back to, the origin. Let's hit them early beginnings. Of course, Detroit, you know what I mean? where from and what was the environment or your upbringing? Even now, as we talk about the fashion or just the things that you into with hosting parties and hosting events and stuff like that. First, talk about where you from, your upbringing, but then also maybe the inspiration from your upbringing that allows you to do what you're doing today.
So I'm from the West Side, Detroit. My upbringing, I was a tomboy too.
You gotta say the hood. You can't just say
You wanna know what's hood? Okay, so I'm gonna say 7 Mile, and then I'm gonna say Plymouth. So
Okay.
my daddy is like 7 Mile, and then my mama is like Plymouth. But I still stayed on the 7 Mile side a little bit more when I was younger, and then when I got older, I started being more like Joy Road, Plymouth on that side. I was a tomboy. Like, I did not care about like, I was Jordans, jogging suits. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know how I woke up. It just was like, I want to like wear cute stuff and heels. And
Yeah.
I really don't know when that happened. I think when I graduated, I
High
don't know.
school,
I started seeing girls, and I'm like, dang, she look good. She look pretty as hell. Like, and it just made me want to, I don't know, it just came from out the blue. Now, I always got dressed and like to put pieces together, but it was like I said, I was tomboyish, so it'd be like, oh, this hoodie look hard with these Jordans. But
Did you? I'm about to say, not to cut you off, but you, if I'm not mistaken, you got a few brothers, don't you?
I do.
Is it, first off, how many siblings do you got, and then how many is boys and girls?
I got 8 brothers and 3 sisters.
Do you feel like having as many brothers probably played a factor into the tomboy?
tomboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got so many boy cousins too that was around too. So yeah, definitely. That played a part.
Did they rough you up? You was getting beat up and shit as a kid? How did that
no.
go? And
They
what
babied me.
place are you in that? Like, are you the middle or like?
So on my dad's side, I'm the oldest, but then on my mom, I'm in the middle. But they all baby me. Like, even the baby brothers baby me. Like, I never had that problem, like, with the wrestling and shit. Like, no.
How would you, so in terms of like high school, I always go to high school because for men and women, the identity that you begin to build for yourself in high school kind of tends to be who pretty much gonna be as an adult. So in high school, how would you identify yourself? What type of, person were you in high school?
So in high school, I used to fight a lot. I was a little bad, but I would say also too, that's where the party scene came in. I was 16. I had my Sweet 16 at Diamonds and Pearls. You heard of that?
Nah, I haven't.
It was downtown. And I met DJ Lish there. So I was 16. I went in there and I had my Sweet 16 and it was banging. And he was leaving out and he was just like, "This your party?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "That's crazy." He was like, this party is banging. I'm like, "Yeah." So I think by the time I was like 17, I looked up, they was asking like, "You want to host a party?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And the party started. That's where the party scene stuff came from, just from me having a Sweet 16. But and that's when I started getting popular. But other than that, before that, I was just like, I was a cheerleader. I was fighting. I was doing normal teenage stuff. But
why was you fighting so much?
know.
Like, what you think it?
I don't even think it was me. It was like my friends. Like, "You want to fight such and that?" It was like, "Come on!" Like, it was like, "Let's do it." I don't even think it was ever me. It wasn't ever me.
You ever took any L's?
Nope.
You was beating on shit.
I never took L's. I would say it if I did. I haven't though. But I mean, no.
Okay, so when you talk about like really getting into like the party scene, and that's where you begin to get your popularity from. It was a time in Detroit too where like them teen parties was it. You know what I mean? Like it was a movement east to west. Like, get the hall, you know what I mean? All of the kids come, shit be lit as hell. It was around that time when
like Factory Hall.
yeah. So from then to now, like just those bumps and bruises of putting together these events, like when you look back now, what's some of the things that you would have did a little differently versus how you go about your hostings and things like that now?
I really, to be honest, I really wish I never got into that world. Just being honest.
Why?
I don't know. Like everybody, like the popular world is just too much for me. Like the whole everybody in your business, no matter what you do, if it's good, if it's bad, like everybody got something to say about everything. I really wish I never even went that route. To be honest,
What's
I would rather like right now I live in Atlanta, and my homeboy like, why you don't have me plug you with the people so you can start hosting parties out here? They'll book you out here. He like, and they pay more than in Detroit. I'm like, I really like my little peaceful, quiet life. Like when I go out and don't nobody know who I am.
so it's
Like,
kind of feel like a reset
yes,
with you
it's so
being in A.
peaceful. I walk in, don't nobody know who I am. Like, I'm like, no, this like the peace that I got away from home when I'm just out here and don't nobody know who I am. I'm like, I'm really straight on that.
What you saying that I would have to think that it was maybe, I don't want to say traumatic because I don't want to exaggerate it,
Mhm.
but it had to be something crazy that done transpired that's making you like push away from that the way that you are. Like what happened?
Nothing traumatic happened. It's just always something though. Like always something. It's always something little, but it's just I'm not the type of person. If you know me, you know I like to be real private, but that's impossible. Like when it's like in Detroit here, it's impossible. Like whatever I do, like if I like literally whatever I do is like it's gonna be talked about. So it's just I hate that for me. I hate that for me. Like
But so like I ain't trying to pry, but at the same time I am. You know, I'm gonna keep it 100.
I know you.
Like
You want an
so,
example? Like
yeah. Like what's an example of
like
something real that we could like? Ah, yeah, I
example,
understand.
I'll give you an example. When I was fat, when I was a little heavier, on the heavier side, oh, she's so big, she fat, she need to slow down. Like, what is she doing? Then when I start losing weight, it's like, oh, she losing weight. What is she doing? It's just like everything is just
Ah, I
to be
see.
talked about. Like,
I see.
you don't know what people be going through. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's just everything that I do. If I'm standing on the side of somebody, oh my gosh, she talked to him, but she don't talk to him. Like, I can't do shit. Like,
Did that like during those times where people were like speaking on your weight and stuff like that? Like, did it have any type of effect, like
it
mentally?
do, but what I had to learn is, like I said, I had to learn that afterwards. Like people gonna say something regardless. Like people talk about how you need to be skinny, then when you skinny, then you too skinny, then you too big. Like they gonna say something regardless. So it really does not matter. Like, but it did have an effect on me. I'm like, dang, that's bold. Like, you know.
For sure. And then
And
you
then
say,
even when I go back and look at my pictures though, I be like, oh, I was fat. Like y'all, I be telling my friends like, oh, dirty. Y'all wasn't gonna say shit.
but you know what? One thing that I noticed, like with women, y'all won't even be fat, but still be claiming that shit. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, we do. We harder on ourselves for sure. But nah,
that was
nah,
real.
that was real. Like I'd be looking like that's crazy.
So when you were saying, women are harder on themselves, where do you feel like that stem from though? Like, cause even in like relationships, it's kind of hard for men to, like, it's a real job for a man to make sure that his woman is mentally stable because women draw from so much. And sometimes it could be stressful, like, damn, you ain't even really that big. Or,
Right.
you just find yourself constantly trying to motivate and constantly trying to, like, why do you believe that women think, the way
I
that they
think that
do?
people. I don't even think that it be their own opinions. I think it be the opinions of the world. Like if right now the world love big girls, then everybody want to be big. And if right now they like girls being skinny, or oh they look at Kim K, she losing weight now. Like so everybody want to look like Kim K, or like I don't know. I just think it depends on whatever the world want to do right now. Then everybody think that's the right thing to do.
No, for
Like
sure.
at first it was cute, like, oh, just be thick. Everybody want to be thick. Everybody want to get BBLs. Like that was a thing. Now they talk about you if you get she wouldn't have got a BBL. You know what I'm saying? So now that's not the thing to do no more. So now everybody talk about it. People lie about it. Like, oh, I ain't gonna get no surgery done because that's not the thing to do. But when it was a thing to do, everybody was like, I'm going to get surgery. Yeah, I just cashed out on surgery. Like it just depends on what the world love. If the world loving it right now, then I just feel like everybody just follow whatever the trend is.
No, for sure. Like, what do you think the process though, of like building a healthy mindset? Like, is it any, like physical things that you did, whether that be reading, whether that be listening to self-help, audio or something like that? Like, what was maybe like that pivotal moment for you or the process for you to have a healthy mindset?
I had to get to a point where I was just like, forget what everybody else, like what everybody else saying. Even though, like I said, there wasn't nobody telling no lies on me. But I had to get to a point where it's like, what do you like? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you like, if you like how you look, you like how you look. Like, if you do what you want to do. Like, if you want to go get surgery again and they saying fuck the surgery, go get surgery again.
Yeah,
Like, this your body. You got to live with this at the end of the day. When you look in the mirror, like, so I got to a point where I was like, I like this. This is what I like. You know what I'm saying? Some days I'd be like, I ain't gonna lie, I could get a little heavier. Some days I'd be like, all right, slow down now. Your stomach poking out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I move off what I like right now. Not even no man or nobody. It's just like, cause some guys would be like, what you doing? Why you want to get thicker? But some guys would be like, why you still in that gym? You need to get about that gym. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? What are you trying to accomplish? Like, you good? Stay right there. Like, and he'd be like, no, I'm doing what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So.
No, that's a valuable lesson.
It take a while to just, you gotta really be like, you gotta block all of that out.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, everybody gonna have an opinion. You can't please everybody.
No, 100. No, that's a valuable lesson though, because like this world will definitely have you factoring other people's opinion more than your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And shit, it will have you, overthinking and going crazy when you just really find out who you are, what you enjoy, what you like. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It will make it that much better.
Right.
So we having this conversation here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I look at, I would definitely consider you successful.
Mm-hmm.
You have built like a brand around yourself where people know what to expect from you.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, like anybody, it's certain pivotal moments in life that makes us who we are. Mm-hmm. And I don't feel like you telling us what that is. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. So whether that may be like a dark moment outside of other people opinions, but like maybe coming up or something that you experience, like that make you who you are, like what would that be?
So I probably would say like growing up when I had my son, I honestly wasn't ready to have no son. Right. I had just graduated and I was getting ready to go to Kentucky State. I had got accepted to go there. Me and my best friend, we had already talked about it. We had a plan. We picked out our dorms. Like, that's where I just knew I was going. Then I found out I was pregnant. So it kind of was like, oh yeah, you can't go you're not going there now. You know what I'm saying? So, and for a couple of years, it just weighed on me like, dang, I wonder where I would be if I wasn't pregnant and if I went to college. Like, so, and it kind of made me a little harder. Like, my mama was like, I don't care, you keeping your baby. Like, it kind of made me like build up like a lot of anger and aggression. Also having to work 2-3 jobs. I got a newborn baby. Like, you know how everybody be like, oh, I can't take my baby to daycare until he could talk or she could talk or whatever. It was like, I ain't had no choice. I had a newborn baby. So I was waking up, taking her to daycare, going to one job, getting off one job, going to the next job, getting off that job, picking him up at night. When I pick him up at night, he sleep. I didn't get to see his first words, to see him walk. I missed everything because I was doing it by myself. So,
if I may, how old were you?
I was 18.
And you say you didn't have a choice. Your mom literally.
She was like, no, because at first I was in her house. So she was like, you did this. Like, you keeping it. Like, it's you gonna have your baby.
Yeah.
So, and then after I had him, she was like, you gotta go. Like, it was like, she told me like, you gotta have a baby. I had him in January and February. She was like, I can't deal with no crying baby in my house. Like, you gotta go. So it was like, I'm 18, I'm out, I'm by myself, I'm paying all these bills. I don't know nothing about no rent, lights, gas, water, cell phone bills. Like, it was like time to be grown. Like, woke up grown.
Do you feel like that kind of put a strain like between you and your mom's like relationship?
Absolutely. We probably just like in the last few years, like getting to a point where we like this, you know what I'm saying? It took a while for us to get like that. Like, cause I felt like I was blaming her, which I can't blame her cause I still did what I did. But I just felt like, I was just like, my life was so hard cause of you. Like, that's how I looked at it. I ain't gonna lie, I looked at it like, you made my life hard. Like, I would be at college. I would be doing so much other stuff. And at the time I felt like you wanted me to deal with this and have a hard life. That's just how I felt. So.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
It just made me a certain way. Like, it made me real angry and real mad and real like for years. And I just was mad. I'm like, I ain't get to see nothing. Like, I got my son and we didn't get a relationship like one-on-one. So he probably was like 4 or 5 when I was established and able to be like, okay, I ain't got to work 2 jobs. Now I could chill a little bit. I got some money put up or I'm I'm doing better for myself. So now you ain't got to be gone all day long. And, you know.
Yeah.
But it was like I missed everything. Like I missed everything, like all the beginning stuff.
Even though you were grinding and you was like, you know, literally trying to gain stability and like create a better life for him, did you ever feel those times where like, being that you did miss those moments, that you personally, not that you were, but that you personally was like an unfit parent, or I wasn't, you know what I mean? You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I feel like I honestly, I feel like I was unfit for sure. I don't feel like nobody should have a kid at 18, just me personally. But I feel like kids need their mamas and their daddies, and I just feel like when you gone all day, every day, that's unfit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I did what I had to do, but I don't. I feel like kids, especially in the beginning, they need some love. You know what I'm saying? They need to be around love.
Yeah. What about, you know, his pops? I mean, you ain't got to go too far into it, but just any type of help or support in that way?
Like he was in and out around when he wouldn't be around, you know? Like, no.
You think it was just young? Like,
yeah, it was just young. And he wanted the baby so bad, so it was just like, but he used to be like, girl, I'm not sitting in the house with no baby. You know I'm not sitting in the house with no baby. He's
that's
like, no.
something, man.
He's like, I'm not doing that.
That is something though, like to want a baby and then not, but it is kind of difficult, like for men to build that tolerance though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I remember like when I first had my son, you know what I mean? And you know, just like I damn near ain't even want to hold him. I thought I was gonna break his neck or some
like
shit.
You doing something wrong.
Everything was just new. So, you know what I mean? And I was 18, you feel me? So everything was new. And I don't know, it was just uncomfortable. It just felt like women just got a natural knack of caring for children, you know what I mean? But if you ain't gonna be there, you know, physically, financially, I definitely think that, you know, a man should be doing everything in his power to, you know.
And then we was together at first too, so it was just like, first of all, you couldn't have told me now that we wouldn't get married. Like,
right.
It was just like everything was good, everything was going good. I was like, "Oh, you pregnant?" Oh, he was so happy. And then it was like, almost when it was time for me to have him, it started getting into like, "What you want? What you holding me for?" Like, and I'm like, "What?" It started switching up a little bit, and then when he came, it was just like, "No, I'm not staying in the house." It was just everything was hitting me at once. Like, this too much. Like, I'm a mama now. Like the person that I'm with, I'm not with them now. I'm doing this by myself. It was just so much. Like, I got to pay bills now. It was just a lot.
Yeah.
It was a lot on me for sure. So
when you look back, right, and you talked about what you felt your mom's intentions was, when you look back, do you feel like you were valid to some degree, or do you feel like she was genuinely just trying to prepare you for life as a parent without relying on her?
Me and her had this argument so much. Like, I do feel like it was valid, but she still feel how she feel too. So that might just be how I'm gonna feel about it, and she feel how she feel about it. But she feel like, no, I feel like you want to be grown, so this is what grown-ups do. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I can't help but to look at it like the kids that you got and how hard that you had to deal with this. Why would you even want your daughter to go through that? Like, that's how I feel. Like, that's like if I'm like what I'm going through right now. If I have a daughter and I just know how hard it was, and I see like something that she about to do the same thing as me, and she telling me like this ain't what I want to do, I'm gonna be like, okay. Especially if I know how hard it is. Like, I just don't see where it makes sense to be like, oh well, you got to go through, you got to struggle too. Like, I don't know, I don't see it.
No, for sure.
But I knew you could handle it, and you handled it. Like, look at you handled it, and I just be like, no.
Like that was.
And then it's like once I got to a point where I felt like I said, once I got down to one job, and then I ended up getting my own hair salon and stuff. Once I got to a point where I felt like, okay, I got this. You know what I'm saying? He turned into it was like teenage came, and then it was like teenage boy by myself trying to raise a man as a woman.
Whole new phase, whole new experiences, everything. Like,
oh my God, like trying to raise a man. Then like I got homeboys and I got brothers, but they be kind of like, you got you a piece of work. Like they be like, whew. So like I said, I'm still kind of doing it by myself. Like
yeah. No, so I definitely could feel that too. The only reason why I personally don't necessarily feel like no type of way towards my OG is because she told me. Nigga, you bring a baby in this mug, you're done. You feel me? You might as well go ahead and get out, do. And she held her word. You know what I mean? So for me, it was just more so like, damn, I just gotta, bite this bullet and you know what I mean, go through the process.
Right.
It was definitely rocky, and then I, got into some trouble. You know what I mean? So I ended up missing about 6 years of my son's life, you know what I mean? And to come back home and, like...
How old is he?
He 14 now.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So, it's we A1 now, but he kind of like was into his own mindset, when I came home. So,
And that's how he is. His dad had been in jail, I think, 2 times or 3 times. I think 3. So it's like he be in and out of jail too. So he be feeling the way about that too. Like he be dealing with a lot. It's like
For sure.
And just seeing that he got to deal with a lot, it kind of like be weighing on me too a lot,
Nah, 100. You mentioned hair. Like, was that a skill that you always, did? I encourage, all young women, you feel me? Hair, nails, lashes,
Easy money.
get that skill. You know what I mean? Did you start early, or that's something that you...
I did. I was doing people braids, full crazy braids, $10 on the back porch. Like, come on, I'm gonna do you some braids. Everybody in the neighborhood, $10. Just braiding everybody here. And then once I got older, I was like, okay, let me go be a shampoo girl in somebody's shop. And I started like listening to the prices, like, what? $100? Like for that? Like, I'm like, oh, I know I could do that. And then I try to style and I'm like, okay. And then I see something else, just watching. I'm like, okay. And then I went to hair school when I was pregnant because I'm like, I ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? I might as well, I'm sitting in the house. So I went to hair school while I was pregnant, learn what I could learn. And then I started from there.
All right, let's pivot. Let's go a little bit into the podcast.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Of course, we got Didi in the building too. I'm gonna put you out there. You in the building. In terms of y'all putting together, this platform, you know what I mean, to give people a voice, and then even a name within itself. Like, how y'all come up with that?
So,
and what's y'all relationship? Like, y'all locked in, and we've been seeing y'all, grow collectively. Honestly, because you are a little bit more preserved in that way. Everybody, acknowledges, the work that Didi do, but y'all both share, a lot of those hustling experience as women in Detroit, you know what I mean? And y'all both done a lot of different things. So talk a little bit about y'all relationship, how y'all came up with the podcast, and, just all of that.
Okay, so first of all, we was beefing. Like when we first met, like it started.
Shit, I ain't know that was gonna go like that.
A lot of people don't know that. Like,
damn,
it started off with.
No, I love that. I love that that openness. You ain't real friends if you can't. You feel me?
But I ain't gonna lie, we was literally like, I was telling my friends, y'all see her beat her ass, like fuck her up, like if y'all catch her, because back to my baby daddy. So her sister. I was beefing with her, but they was calling and playing on my phone just to make it real quick. They was calling my phone and playing on my phone and saying, "Yeah, we gonna kill you, bitch. We gonna kill your son, your ugly ass son." Da, 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 da. I'm like, "Who is this? This Didi." I'm like, "All right." So, you know how you look up the people who should be okay. Let's find Didi. Let's find. Oh, this Didi. All right, bet. So it was like, oh, it's on when we see Didi. So yeah, so that's how I guess if they seen you out somewhere and said something to her, they made a post and was talking about her on the post, and she ended up getting in contact with me, and I'm like, my baby daddy kept telling me too, like, Didi sweet as pie, like, he like, we could be on whatever with her, we can do whatever you want to do, but I don't see Didi saying all that. That's just not Didi character. She ain't like that. I'm like, whose side is you on? I'm like, they said it was Didi. And he like, all right, man, but I just don't see it. But she,
boyfriend, her baby daddy, my ex-boyfriend was cousins.
yeah,
Cousins.
yeah. And so he ended up getting mad too. It was like,
Hell yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm hearing this. You see, I turned to the right. I'm like, I mean, but since we on it, like, how much of that was factual? Like, how did,
so
like,
none of that
I
was
didn't even
true.
live here.
She didn't live here. She wasn't saying that. They were just playing on my phone basically, and they needed somebody's name to say. So they
Right,
like, Didi
right.
don't live here. I guess they're like, let's say Didi.
Right.
So, and we done pulled up to meet each other a couple of times. We like my people done for her, or I done for like we done. It was a lot of back and forth, but never Didi. Didi was never around, and it was just like we still got to catch Didi.
You're right.
Like she the one keep calling and harassing me.
Right.
Middle of the night, I'm like, it's 2 a.m, and I'm like, my baby, I got a newborn baby, you got a baby. Like what? Why is we doing this? Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to get some sleep. You playing on my phone, talking about this Didi. So.
Didi, you got a baby?
No, the sister.
Oh, the person that
the
was
sister, yeah.
I'm like, it's a whole lot of new information.
No.
This is exclusive for real. We gonna put the headline title on site.
Heavy. And so she was like, listen, I never said none of that stuff. And I'm just like, it's no way nobody about to just lie on you like that. She's like, girl, I ain't got no reason to lie. That wasn't me. And so we just got to talking more. We look up, we like, when your birthday? You know, it's like, well, we got the same exact birthday.
Oh, y'all got the same birthday?
Same day.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was
what day is that, if I may?
September 24th.
Okay.
So we just got to talking more and more, ended up getting cool like that. And then for the longest, it was like sister. And then after the years went by, it was like, are we best friends?
That's what's up.
So the podcast came about because like how you said how surprised you was, we like, why don't we do a book or a movie on? Because what I'm telling you is just like nothing really. That's just scratching the surface. So all of the shit that really happened, I'm like, we should do a movie on that. Like people wouldn't believe the stuff that we really went through and got where we at now. So we like, let's do a movie, let's do a book. The book is already finished. But just getting advice from like people who've been in this world or been in the book and movie game, they like, y'all need to do the movie first and then do the book. So the book is called Two Sides to a Story, her side and my side. Like, because if you on her side looking at it, it's one way, you know what I'm saying? But if you on my side looking at it, it's another way.
Yeah.
So we had the book is written where it's like Didi, Bonnie, and it's the same story, but it's from her view and it's from my view.
That's fire.
So also, like with views in life and everything that go on, everything that we deal with, we always got 2 different opinions. Sometimes we got the same, or sometimes it's the same, but it's said differently. So we should do a podcast too. Call it Two Sides to a Story, and it's gonna be your side, it's gonna be my side. Even if we talking about a topic, we bring somebody in.
Yeah.
What's your view on it? What's your view on it? You know what I'm saying?
That's fire.
Yeah, so we just ran with it. Like we gonna just take off with the name.
That's fire. What's been like the funnest part about being in, the podcast space?
The funnest part for me is getting to know people. She be knowing a lot of the people already. So when we do the interviews, I be like, dang, such was cool as hell. Like I be really like learning a lot about people and seeing different sides of people that I be on the outside looking in from people's Instagrams. Like he seemed quiet or and then I get around, we do a podcast. They be like, I done known the motherfucker my whole life.
Real talk.
You see a different side. You see they funny, they cool. And now I done built like probably lifelong friendships with people where, you know what I'm saying? I done built actual real friendships with people just off the podcast, just from getting to know them on there. And they like, oh, dang, you cool too, buddy. You be seeming quiet or you don't be seeming. And so that's what I enjoy about it.
What's been like your favorite episode? Who's been the best guest for you?
I'm gonna say Peasy. Only because we had a ball on that show. We really did. Like we started a lot of shit on that show. And we had a ball. We had a lot of fun on that show too.
What was that? The clothes? What was that? The best dress? Oh, that's what that was? Okay.
It started so much shit. Like we'd be out in public and people would be like, yeah, they'd be going off on us. Like going off on us.
Is that kind of like a good thing though? Like, I mean, because you want to have a podcast where, you feel me, where y'all shape the culture. Like, if you
wanted to whoop our ass,
they was like literally like wanting real beef. Yeah.
We don't like that type of our interview, but we don't like I gotta say this so people can know that we didn't like that type of aggression. And
on top of that, we was under pressure. I don't know what she was on. Me, I was literally just saying anything. Like I was under pressure. I was throwing names. I was like such. And then I felt like, all right, I gotta say one nigga from the west side. I gotta say one nigga from 7 Mile. I gotta say one nigga on the east side. Like I was really just saying shit. Like, but they took that to heart, boy.
That's crazy.
So just so y'all know, I made the list up.
But I don't understand why people be in their feelings so tough about. You feel me? I was looking at this 20 V1. Y'all seen that with the short dude?
Yes.
And he was talking about how confident he is and all of that, and then baby girl was like this it. If you was that confident, like why you tripping? Like what we really talking about? You know what I mean? I don't really understand that.
Yeah, me either. Because I didn't think it was gonna be that serious. I thought maybe somebody would have some little shit to say, but no, people was really like wanting to beef with us over that.
What was probably go ahead.
I'm not when you was like, is that really a good thing? Like we go back and forth on how we want our podcast to be viewed all the time. Like we do want a little bit of like spicy, some tea here and there, like we do, but we don't want to be like the messy show. Like that's not what we want to do. So we be having a lot of people like, y'all need to say this. Y'all need to. Why y'all ain't ask that? Like it's like we want to get into some things. You know what I'm saying? Because we do want to ask the questions that we know y'all want the answers to.
For sure.
But we don't want to just go overboard with the mess and the drama. Like
that's the slippery slope too. You know what I mean? With this space, and that's something that I struggle with because by nature, like I'm cool. I ain't in, you know what I mean, into it. I don't like the bullshit or none of that. You know what I mean? However, like the reality of it is that it don't matter how much positivity you push, niggas ain't watching that shit.
I swear, I say
and it's crazy because them will be the same niggas in the comments talking about, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But when you go back home, nigga, you like, watching the bullshit.
Yeah, they be like, it's boring. It's too, all the positive shit is boring, I swear. So it's like hard.
Yeah, that's crazy. I want to talk a little bit about, the success that you see from one of your brothers. So a lot of people may or may not know that your brother is Geech. Right? Going crazy, man, with the right. First off, he a dope artist, period.
Absolutely.
But he found a crazy lane in covering, the NFL and week by week, you know what I mean, doing this thing with that. When you see your brother have emotion like that, and the NFL, ESPN is rocking with what he doing. Like, how do that make you feel as a sister?
Man, just me watching him. He used to be like about 5 or 6 years old, rapping like the little cassette tapes that you could record on. We used to have like this little like karaoke machine, like where you could put it in there, record. Like he used to be recording his whole full songs, like when he was 6, like, and I used to be like, how do you know how to say that? Like, the stuff he used to say, I just be like, you gonna be smart as hell. Like, how do you know this go with that? Or like the stuff he used to say, I knew it though. I was like, he gonna be somebody. I don't know what he gonna do, but he too smart, too young. So, but also like, because he is older, like now, and it's been so many years, like, I'm like, I feel so good for him because it's like finally, but it'd be like, because for so long it was just like, damn, ain't nobody picked up on you yet. Like, ain't nobody like snatched you up. Like, we need him. Like, so now I ain't gonna lie. A lot of times I be crying. I just be like, I can't believe this. Like,
that's love.
It really like melt my heart to see him finally doing what he's supposed to be doing. And he just so smart and creative. Like, he be like, if it don't work like this, I'm gonna do it like that. And and then that take off. And then he be like, all right, now I'm gonna go back. Like, he gonna find a way. But yeah, it really like literally melts there's so many times I click on something. Cause a lot of times I do be knowing what he about to do. He'd call me about it. Like, I think I want to do this. And I'm like, oh, that's fire. But it's so much stuff that he don't tell me about that he'd just drop. And I click on it on the internet and see it. Cause I got his post notifications on. And I just click and see it. And I just be like, this nigga a genius, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And I just start crying. Like, this nigga really a genius.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to bro, man. Keep pressing. Keep doing what you're doing. So now we about to dive off into a little personal. You know what I mean? I know you say you don't like people in your business and all of that. So we're gonna try our best to be delicate in it, but at the same time, we're gonna figure out some things, man. So relationship status. For those that may wanna know, what's your current status right now for the people?
I am single.
Is that by choice?
I really like being in a relationship, to be honest. I do like being in a relationship. I'm always in the relationship. So now I just feel like I'm getting too old to just be like in relationships. Like that if we not doing this, like, and it's supposed to be long term, it's like, why we just years and years and years and years into it? That's all. Like, the relationship that I was in, we still cool. We still do our thing. We still probably go on dates. We do whatever we want to do. But we just not together.
It's time to move forward into
but he like he a good person. Like he was a good boyfriend or whatever, like and all that. But I think we just wasn't supposed to be together. I don't know.
So what is that marriage that you talking about that you looking for at this point?
I'm just looking for something where I'm looking for marriage. I do want to get married in life, but what I'm not looking for is I don't want to be in a relationship where I'm just like, I know we ain't supposed to be together, but we just being together just because.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I don't want to do.
Because you know when you compatible. Like, you know whether it's like, damn, you would be a good friend versus every day me spending the rest of my life with you.
Yeah, so if we always into it, or if we always arguing, or if we got different views on life and outlooks on life, and it's like, this is the way I want to live, this is the way you want to live, and it ain't what we both want to do, it's like, well, what are we doing? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Not to take away from nobody's character, what they doing as a man and all of that, like good provider and all that. But I'm just saying, like, if we already know, like, we got two different mindsets, it's just like, you know.
Do you feel like overall it's a lack in quality men out here? Or do you feel like they out here is just like, what do you feel when you look at the landscape of men and you just kind of overall just look like, is it a shortage of good men?
I feel like it is a slight shortage, but I feel like they either already in relationships or on the other side, I feel like it's a shortage though. But I also feel like I said, I've been in a relationship for so long. I was in a relationship for about 3-4 years. Then I was single for a couple of months. Then I was in another relationship for 3-4 years. Then I was single for a couple of months. So I feel like I really don't know because I be in a relationship anyway. So I ain't been able to just be out and like, and you know what I'm saying? Get my feet wet really anyway. So but me looking at my friends and all the people that I'm around, it's like, oh yeah, it's really not no niggas out here.
Overall, what would you say your definition of love is?
Love, I would say is real love is accepting people for who they are, no matter what. Being able to show up for people. I would say being able to be honest. I would say love is being able to be vulnerable, open, yourself. Yeah, that's it.
When you say that vulnerable part, right, it's a conversation that's going around where men, it feels as if men don't have a space with women to be vulnerable, to express their feelings, to express their thoughts. And oftentimes that could be put in the category of men being emotional, aka sassy, right?
Absolutely.
What's your perspective on that? I saw, and it's not to put, shout out to Katie, and not to even bring that into this conversation, but I'm using that as the base of the conversation. Right. She was having a conversation on Keke Palmer's podcast, and it was talking about women, being emotional and how men are supposed to just allow a woman to have that without no type of, being able to correct it or being able to have opinions about it or whatever. Like, what's your thoughts?
She said what? She said men shouldn't be able to do it? Because I didn't see it all.
Should just allow a woman to basically have her way or be emotional. Right. Like, let's say you, I can't really think of an example off rip, but I mean, do you feel like you get what I'm saying just off of that?
She was basically saying that men should be able to be like, let her have a fit and just
pretty much, yeah.
But men can't do the same. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Okay, so I feel like I feel like it should be a certain type of fit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women should be able to express themselves and men should be able to express themselves. But I do feel like it shouldn't be the way men should express themselves shouldn't be the same as the way as a woman would.
For sure.
So we shouldn't be doing the same things. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's always a certain standard. It always depends on all type of other stuff. So it's just like, yeah, we should be different. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever been accused of not allowing your man to express himself? Not even in no female way, but like, no, bro, you tripping. I ain't tripping. That's just, but you did this. Like, why I gotta be what I did when I'm just simply telling you where you wrong?
Right.
Like, have you ever had moments like that?
I'm sure I have. I'm not gonna say I haven't. I'm sure I have, but I'm not the type of person to be like, you can't express yourself. I don't like the whole if we arguing or if we talking and you quiet. You know what I'm saying? Or you acting like, or I'm just complaining. Like, say how you feel too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to say something, because I'm gonna be like, what you ain't got nothing to say. Like, I don't want you to be nonchalant. Like, I want you to have something to say. So
For sure. Well, for the fellas out there, she's single, man. In order for a man to get your attention, and this before we go into this last part, in order for a man to get your attention, let the fellas know how to approach Bonnie. What must you do? What qualities must you have? Let them know.
I feel like as long as you are, you know for a fact that you have yourself, as long as you know for a fact that you mentally in the right space, like mentally, financially, physically, like if you know you in the right space with yourself already, then I feel like that's when you should be approaching somebody. I just feel like a lot of men approach me and they be like, because most of the men that approach me, they going through somebody else. I'm gonna just be honest. I hate that too, that they going through somebody else. So it's like, first of all, approach me, but they going through somebody else, and when they going through somebody else, it's always like, but right now I ain't really trying to do this, or right now I got this going on. It's like, take care of all your baggage and your stuff that you got going on first. You know, like right now I'm kind of fucked up right now, but you know how I get. You know my potential. You know that I could be doing this, but right now I'm kind of fucked up. So can you just like tell her like,
Yeah.
like that's
a
crazy.
lot of people gonna have something to say about that, but I actually agree with you though.
I know that is. I know it's like with me right now, I want to be single because I want to be. I don't want nobody coming around while I'm bothered, if I'm irritated about something, or if I'm struggling, or if I know I'm busy and I know I don't even got time to date you because I'm doing this all day and I'm doing that all day. Every time you say, what you doing? Oh, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do that.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm not in the right space right now to be dating nobody. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even want to come bring my bullshit onto you. Or have you feeling like, dang, she ain't even trying to make no time for me. I know that ain't what I'm capable of doing right now. So if you know that you got all of these buts, this, but that, but this, but you got all this, but, I just feel like just have yourself together first before you step out and try to date.
And it's different too, though. Like, I'm gonna just say this, man, for the fellas, like, because the whole conversation would end up being, oh, Bonnie ain't the type to help a guy that's coming up, right?
Right.
But the reality is once you hit a certain age,
absolutely,
we ain't doing that no more.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if we both working and, we both in college and we both figuring ourselves out, cool.
Right.
Or if I came into the relationship stable, handling my business or whatever, and a business deal go bad or investment go bad and things happen, and now I need that's different as opposed to somebody coming into a relationship,
right,
not having
yeah, because I be seeing that a lot. Like, oh, she held me down. It'd be like, y'all was 10.
Right.
Y'all was 10.
Facts.
Like, she didn't want nothing. She didn't want nothing but a bag of chips. Like, yeah, you ain't have to do. Yeah, she was around because you was cute as hell. You was cuter back then. She ain't need shit. She had no rent, no bills, no kids, no nothing. So yeah, now I got all this stuff going on to come in like, oh yeah, hold me down. I know you just met me, but hold me down is crazy.
Facts.
Like,
facts.
even if I'm with you and you get messed up here, that's okay, cool. I've been with you for years. I know it's all good. We locked in. If I gotta hold you down, if I gotta step in and take care of what's going on for some years or whatever, cool. Cause you know what I'm saying? We already done built the bond. We locked in now. You, as an adult, I done seen you know how to be a man and be stable, and I know what you're capable of. So yeah, but to just do that now is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. And then it'd be so crazy because guys have so much to say about that. Like, she won't, like you just said, like, oh, she ain't the type of person to hold nobody down. But they also talk about you if you dealing with a certain guy that they feel like ain't got no money like them. They'll talk about you like, why the fuck Bonnie was fucking with that nigga that he don't even got shit. He broke his hell. Or like, you would dog me for it, but then you would be saying that I ain't doing it. Like, that's what I be saying about. It don't matter what you're doing. Somebody gonna have something to say.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, let's get into it, man. It's a new, I would say this is an event. Like, I want to get a little bit, I want to know a little bit about it. Cookbook release. I get it from my mama.
Yep.
Talk to us about it.
So it's 5 volumes. We got Chinese, Italian, Mexican, the universal one, and then appetizers.
So this is an event?
The event is called Her Story Matters.
Okay.
But it's a cookbook release, but it's an event too at the same time. We're doing it all in one. So I'm releasing my books there, but the Her Story Matters is like, basically it's a platform for women to get up there and tell their story and be able to help another woman. You know, you never know how your story might help this person over here. Or like we got somebody with a nonprofit. We got a couple of girls speaking with nonprofits. One of them, her nonprofit is for people who aren't able to deal with grief the right way when losing like a spouse or a mate. And so I know that it might be people that are like, dang, I was looking for something like that. So basically you get up there, you tell your story and see how you can help somebody else, basically. I know that a lot of the girls that I got speaking, they didn't inspire me in ways they probably don't even know. You know what I'm saying? So I know for a fact them getting up and talking, Dee Dee is one. I know by them getting up and telling their stories, they'll be able to help somebody there. Another girl, she just released a book. So I'm like, she can get up there and talk about her book. I'm going to be releasing my book. It's called I Get It From My Mama. Basically, everything that I learned, well, most of the stuff that I learned from cooking was from my mom. So I got recipes from me in there, her in there. It's like some of the recipes is like her macaroni, my macaroni, her roast, my roast. And then some of it's just her, some of it is all me. And I want to let everybody be able to taste the food there and say whether you like her macaroni better or my macaroni better.
Fire.
I'm ahead of reviews for everybody to drop their reviews. Like, I wasn't really rocking with that, or yeah, that was good, or
that's fire. You was naming some different dishes, like how that's working.
So, and that was so hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was so hard because I don't think I've ever in life used a measuring cup in my life until I did this book. So it was so hard for me and her to go in there, and I'm like, we got to get this right. I'm like, how much you think we use? How much salt you think we use for this? Like, we did that junk so many times. It took so long. We started this book a year ago, but it's so tedious to just be like, all right, a teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon, and try that, and then taste it, and then be like, nah, we probably need 2 teaspoons of that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was so hard. But I think we got it right. Hopefully they try the dishes and they go home and they like, oh yeah.
What date is this and location and stuff?
May 30th at the Shadow Gallery, downtown. I don't know the exact address, but it's at the Shadow Gallery. What is it? Dee, you know the address?
I think it's 1513 Winder.
Yeah. Okay, I see it. 1533.
33.
Winder.
Yes.
Yep. The Shadow Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Food tasting, comedy, panel talk, and more. So y'all make sure y'all tap in and pull up to that event. For you, any last message, any last words of encouragement that you want to give to people that may be looking at you as a source of inspiration, looking at you as somebody that motivate them and encourage them just, from afar, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to put your mind and your heart and your soul into whatever you want to do, whatever it is that you really want to do. I think a lot of times we just do stuff just to do it, or we do stuff that we think people want us to do or we should do. But I think that somebody just told me this recently too, like, you do a lot of stuff. But he like, what's the thing that like really out of all that stuff, what's something that you really like doing? And I'm like, it's the fashion type stuff. I'm like, that's what feels like less of a job to me. Like, it don't feel like work. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I feel like anything that you're doing that you're passionate about and you happy to do it, like, go full force and give it your all. Like, I'm all for like trying new things, but when you got your hands on a lot of things, sometimes that's why that one thing that you're supposed to be doing ain't gonna take off like it's supposed to.
Yeah. So
I would say put your all into that one thing that you're real passionate about. I would say block out all of the negative vibes, all of the bad energy. I will also say Watch the people that you keep around you. I feel like sometimes we have a lot of bad spirits and a lot of bad energy around us too that weigh on us. And we can't succeed and be where we're supposed to be because we got the wrong type of people around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's what it is. Well, it definitely was a great conversation. I'm glad that you pulled up.
I ain't expect some of these questions.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate it. I'm sure, our aim and our goal is always for people to leave with something that they can take back, apply to their life to make them a better person. And I feel like we executed that. So I definitely appreciate you. Make sure that y'all pull up to the event Friday, May 30th. Cookbook release. I get it from my mama. Her Story Matters Expo. So ladies, this would be a environment where, y'all can come, kick it, network, gain, some new tips that can maybe help you, what I mean? Like whatever it is, what I mean? I'm sure that this event do it for you. I see Miss Brittany.
And it's welcome to all too.
Yeah, okay. Men too?
Yeah.
Okay. I see Miss Brittany, guest speaker, Dream Rich, Key Toy, Tia Russell. Again, food tasting comedy, panel talk, and more at the Shadow Gallery, 1533 Winder, Detroit, Michigan. Make sure y'all pull up. Bonnie, appreciate you.
Thank
Until
you.
next time, the Forum Magazine, Post of the Culture. Let's get it.